If you are someone who has even briefly dated any of us watching this video, if I choose career, then I will lose my boyfriend and my family. Thank you for asking this question. You gave me.
You're happily unmarried, trust me.
Word depressed should not be thrown around as casually.
32 and rocking it.
Hi my fam and welcome to today's video. This video I actually shot already and thought it was going to be part of our staycation vlog, but it landed up being so interesting and so nice that I wanted this to be a video by itself. I don't think we need introductions because at this point you are very familiar with my best friends over here, but just in case you're new to this channel, I have Riya Ipan Sanklecha over here and I have Karishma Bhatia over here, friends of 29-30 years at this point. We're going to dive into this video because you guys sent in some amazing questions and these lovely ladies have really contributed with some amazing answers. So let's dive right into it. Well, we already dove right into it. We finished filming this video. You're going to dive right into it. How do you deal with losing friendships in your mid-20s? Bada boom, wow, deep right there with the first one.
That's for you to answer.
No, she wants to. Go for it.
You begin with not doubting yourself because you don't understand what's happening initially. And always think about what went wrong, come back to it when you have the space and the mind space to deal with it.
Yeah, emotional bandwidth to deal with it.
Yeah, and never doubt that your friends won't understand what you went through. Never doubt that. Give them a chance to understand and you'll be surprised.
I mean, and also for context, we've all been friends. We're 32, we've been friends for about 29 to 30 years of our lives. There were 6 to 7 years where we lost touch. How many years for you guys in the middle?
I don't know. Well, a while. Yeah, but nothing
Nothing happened. Nothing happened. We just lost touch.
Yeah. When we connected, it wasn't like we've not known each other for how many ever years.
We picked it up
from there.
From where. Yeah. So it's okay to lose your friends and then possibly get them back at a later point of time in your life if you feel like you're in a different headspace. Having said that, if there has been a genuine fallout and something has happened, you have to evaluate and see whether that relationship is worth fighting for, because so often we'll end up being the people that fight for the relationship, but the other person isn't fighting for it as hard. And those relationships, you should be okay with losing out on.
Yeah.
You know, so you have to evaluate what's worth fighting for.
Absolutely.
And
whether it's friendships, relationships, anything. Relations with family members.
Absolutely.
Anyone.
Anything.
Like your spouse, anyone.
What are the few traits or red flags in a partner that one should run away from? Should I answer this?
Yes, please.
Things that would make me run away from a person would be selfishness. Things that would be a problem would be if I didn't see a future between the two families, because I'm really close to my family. Things that I would see red flags as is if you don't find that work-life balance, which is very important to me. Things that I would run away from, I mean, obviously things like fidelity and things like loyalty and things like just being an honest, nice person. Those are given things that one, keeps an eye out for. But my priorities being my family, if someone didn't get along, I've had cases in my life where somebody didn't get along really well with my husband, and I've always tried to see, okay, why don't they? Does this make sense, or did something happen? And then I try to kind of take it from there. I think that it's a very big red flag if someone asks you to make changes about you in your life and your choices, because that's not something that I would be okay to. I have been in that position before where someone asked me to completely change who I was and give up my career and my lifestyle, and I said, okay, this is the biggest.
If your partner asks you to change who you are, Aanam said, that is the biggest biggest red, green, orange. That's the biggest flag in general.
Yeah.
Your partner needs to accept you for who you
they
are.
Yeah.
Your imperfections, your whatever it is, you need
the beauty, the chaos.
You need to just be your
everything.
imperfect self. They need to accept you for who you are, love you for who you are.
Yeah.
And if they can't, that's it. There's no point taking it further.
Yeah. And that's just a total deal breaker for me. And I feel like those are things that I would advise anyone to run away from. I have PCOD and I've gained a lot of weight suddenly. I think I'm in depression. Wait, does anybody over here have PCOD?
I have PCOS.
And has it caused you to gain a lot of weight or anything?
So I did gain a lot of weight. You go through a lot of emotional
Turmoil?
A lot of mood swings. You do tend to gain a lot of weight, which I did. I was literally like a yo-yo at one point, but because of like your lifestyle, your eating habits, you have to be really on point, because you need to exercise. I don't, considering like my work. I keep running around the place, so I don't get the time, but I have to make the time now, because you need to make yourself a priority at some point. So you need to exercise. You need to be mindful about what you eat, and also the people around you play a very, very, very strong impact on your whole process, because they either can help you feel good about yourself or make you feel like shit. So you need like very like-minded, good, your family, friends around you who actually like literally hold you and like are walking with you through this whole process, because it really takes a toll on you. Like there are days I wake up feeling like shit. There are days that I wake up feeling very pumped up about myself. And I have really bad skin now in the past few months of time.
No, a few weeks rather. It had gotten so good in the middle.
Yeah, but I'm saying that I'm dealing with very bad like skin conditions now. I have really bad acne. It's obviously covered up because of makeup, but like I literally send them photos with like big pimples on my face, and I have scars all over, which obviously is messing with my self-esteem somewhere. But you need to be like damn careful, man.
I don't have PCOD or PCOS. I've gone through elaborate medical tests in the last few months, and I feel like even then, so I have gained a lot of weight. I understand where you're coming from when you say that, oh my god, I'm feeling like almost depressed, but that word depressed should not be thrown around as casually, because it is a clinical condition.
Yeah, it is a clinical condition.
And I feel like I understand that you, like as someone who grew up really skinny and has gained a lot of weight over the last couple of years, I understand how it can mess with your sense of self, because there are days, we were shopping the other day, I was feeling like, oh my god, nothing fits me anymore, I don't look like I used to. So I understand that, like your sense of your self-confidence is not a linear journey, right? There are good days, there are bad days. It's human, it's okay. Don't let it make you think that you are depressed. Good days are part of the journey.
It's not depression, but yeah, there are days you feel low, because I go through it very often where I just wake up feeling so low. I have everyone around me, everyone who loves, like everyone who literally like adores me, loves me, who's so positive around me, but I just wake up feeling like, oh, like today is just not my day.
Yeah.
Or like or there are like days where I wake up feeling so like happy, and like through the day suddenly I have like this downfall and I feel so I'm not saying depressed, but I feel sad or you feel low.
So
and
don't mix the two. Don't mix,
it's not like depression. You just where you feel low, but it's and it's nothing where it's not in your control. It just happens. It's not like, oh, you're in control of, or like right now I'm so happy with my friends. Like if I go home tomorrow, I'll be like, oh my god, like like.
It's okay to feel that.
You're not doing it on purpose. It's just a normal thing, and it's a condition which is fine. Like you have to like just move on with life.
Find friends who are struggling with similar things. Maybe you'll bond over it. Maybe you'll learn how to cope with it. Just don't talk yourself into depression.
Exercise is so important, because it actually makes you feel so good.
Yeah.
Even like a 30-minute walk will actually change your mood completely. It will elevate your mood. So just go for just exercise. I need to do it.
You are the most confident person I know. Oh my god. Can I tell you that one of my secrets to confidence is faking it when I'm not feeling it? I mean, it is what it is. There are days where I'm super confident and I'm in charge, and there are days where I'm just faking it, because I'm like, confidence is one of those things that you just gotta fake it till you make it. And even if you don't make it, keep faking it, because like it helps. At some point you do make it. It is how it is. And also I feel like confidence is one of those things that comes from not caring. So don't care about too many things. Pick and choose the things you care about. Also, this is a note to me, to myself. Thank you. I appreciate that. 33 and unmarried. How do I deal with the moments that come from other people's judgment? Just same wala answer apply karta hai. Why? Don't care so much.
Why do you care about what other people think?
Are you happy? Are you happy?
And everyone who's married is not living a perfectly happy life. Like, dude, there are people who are married who are so miserable in it. So, like, why? You're 33, enjoy life. Celebrate every breath.
Oh, yes, that was such
This one was said to us yesterday by an auntie.
Who we bumped into here at the hotel.
And yeah,
You need to like celebrate life, celebrate every breath. Like don't get bogged down by what people say and oh you're 33 and you're unmarried. Dude, you're happily unmarried. Trust me. There are people going through shit who we know and it's sad, but that's just the truth. So just be happy.
There's nothing like, you know how people say happily ever after? There's also unhappily ever after. There's also happily ever after single. There's also like, I feel like there's so many variations of these kind of things. Don't think that being married is a solution to all of life's problems. It's not.
Yeah, there are so many people who are like, okay, I'm getting married because I'm okay. There's like pressuring, like people are pressurized by their family members, their parents, falana, dikana, whoever. But tomorrow you're in this whole marriage, and if you're miserable, no one's coming out to like save you. You'll have them to fall back on or to go back to, but you're in that whole process, and it's so like. It's crazy.
Just don't think that marriage is all rosy.
It's not a bed
takes
of roses.
work every day. It takes two people to do that work.
Not the entire family.
Yeah, and like it's beautiful if both people make it beautiful. So this unnecessary pressure about
just live your life,
yeah,
man.
just
like,
and in this generation we can. I feel like as a society we're all coming to a place where we're realizing that you're fine by yourself. It's okay. It's alright. There's nothing wrong with being by yourself. Don't just get married for the sake of it.
And don't get pressurized either.
Have your type or amount of friendships changed throughout different phases of your life?
Yeah. I will say, because I haven't got any new friends. All my friends have been all old friends, so I have not had any new type.
No, but like, I'm sure we've all gone through different phases. Like, I feel I became closer to all my girlfriends around the time that I was getting like married.
Yeah, but
like I was more attached to everyone. Like, and thankfully it's been like that for like 6 years, 7 years, 8 years.
Yeah, but I'm saying now that we've grown up, we've not made any new friends. At least I haven't ever since college.
What
so
about you?
I have.
I have too.
I have the same set of people like ever since school.
I mean, I
college,
have school
yeah.
friends and college friends, but I feel like I make an effort to make friendships only because I like meeting new people. Like, I'm somebody that enjoys meeting new people and like getting to know more. Like, I go for dance class and I meet new people there.
Yeah, you meet new people, but like, I'm talking about like friends. Like
I hang out with them. I keep in touch with them. But that's because I'm making a conscious like effort.
Yeah.
It doesn't come as naturally as it does in school and college. What about you?
Friends, babe?
I mean, obviously, as you get older, your personality also changes from what you were as a child. And I feel some adult friendships can be very beautiful.
Yeah.
And of course, your childhood friends should always hold a different place in your life. But it's nice, it's healthy to meet new people.
Yeah.
It's healthy to make new friendships and discover a different side of yourself only through these new friends. So
I feel like even with these two over here, my adult friendship phase with them has been better than my school friendships with them. Don't you think so?
Yeah. But we've gone through so many phases together.
Yeah.
Like we've
all been
grown
through so much shit together.
We've grown with every phase and with every, like we literally been there with
each
for
other.
For every phase, right? Whether it's been
every heartbreak, every milestone career-wise, every family emergency or every siblings celebration,
and
or
every random pani puri craving also.
Yeah. And everything.
So we've grown together. Like our friendship has grown together. It's also an adult friendship, but it's
also a childhood friendship.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Advice for girls just starting to become independent, going off to uni or starting a new job. Let's all three give one piece of advice.
To a girl, like to a young woman starting out, and like, I'm not going to call you a girl anymore. You're going to be a young lady. Never ever doubt yourself. You're capable of anything and everything. And if anyone ever puts like even a seed, like plants a seed of doubt in your mind, you need to like just let it go, because you can do anything. You own the world, and I'm sure if you're put in any circumstance or any difficult situation, you can get yourself out. And always be financially independent. You may have the richest father, you may get married to the richest man, but having your own financial stability is top notch in today's day and age.
I feel like I would tell this young lady, like you very rightly put, that this society tells us and conditions us to put ourselves second, third, last compared to everyone around us. I'm going to tell you that being selfish can be a good thing if done to the right degree. Put yourself first, put your dreams first, put your hopes first, put your ambitions first, put your needs, your wants, your desires first. Because you cannot, you know how when you're flying when you're in an aircraft, they say put on your oxygen mask before you help someone else. That put yourself first, because society for far too long has told women that you need to put others first. Mama will always feed everyone first and then eat. My bhabhi will always make sure the kids are fed first. No, just put yourself first. It's okay. You don't become a bad person. Selfish has had such a negative connotation for so long. Turn it to something positive. Put yourself first. You will thank yourself in your 30s, in your 40s, in your 50s, when people learn to respect you for the person you are, because you built what you built for yourself.
Yeah.
That's very important. There's nothing that comes before your sense
For
of self.
you. Yeah. And respect. Respect is also so important. Like, people have to respect you for who you are and what you are. It's very, very, very important. Like, don't let anyone ever disrespect you, your family.
Make you doubt anything. No. It's not worth it. No one is worth it. Nothing is worth it.
I would say, as a woman who's like stepping out of her comfort zone, going to university, going to a new place, etc., etc., focus. I wouldn't say focus, or just trust your gut. Always know that your intuition, the moment you feel something's not right, don't go through with it. So you're in a new place, you're trying to make new friends, you're trying to figure out what's good, what's right, how do you feel about it. Always just trust your gut, and it'll just always navigate you in the right direction.
That's such good advice.
Fab advice.
That's very good advice.
Fab.
Yeah, your instinct never lets you down. In a very good relationship, but always afraid that if I choose career, then I will lose my boyfriend and my family. I think that if you were to lose a partner over being career oriented, then that partner is not meant for you.
Not a big loss.
Not a big loss, yeah, I agree. Again, I have literally been in this exact position in the past, and I'm glad I chose my career. I'm so grateful I chose my career.
Yeah. Because there was this quote that said, I don't know whether it was by Madonna or some lady, Lady Gaga, some lady, yeah, where she said that if you ever wake up one morning and you had to choose between your boyfriend or your partner
man
or
and
your
your
husband
and
your job, always choose your job, because your job is never going to wake up and tell you that they don't love you anymore. And that is so true. Okay, like if a man loves you, he needs to be, if it's okay with him working, he may be the best man on this planet, he may love you dearly, he may be the best whatever, but he needs to respect you for what you want in life and the goals you have and you want to achieve in life. Like,
it's not do just a make jaan, that kind of stuff sounds good.
And this is all 1942 thinking that oh लड़कियां तो घर पे बैठ के रोटी बनाना है and सबको खाना खिलाना है, dusting करना है and ये dude, it's bullshit. No,
you need to be able to put your sense of what do you bring to the table with as much confidence as the man. I'm assuming this is a I'm assuming this is a hetero couple thing conversation we're having, but it's very important.
I'm starting to sweat with anger, literally.
But like, dude, the idea is not to feel guilty about choosing your career, right? The idea
and
is,
if he's okay working, he needs to be okay with you working as well. What nonsense is this, man?
otherwise you tell him, तुम घर पे रहो, मैं काम करूँगी.
Yeah. Tell him I want the house clean when I come back, I want the beds made, and I want my food hot. So.
3 ways in which you try and stay productive even when you're sick. You can say 1, 2, 3. I think for me, I stay productive because this is not healthy at all. But I feel guilty if I'm not productive. So the fear of the guilt makes me productive, if that makes sense.
But what if you're sick to a
So
point
this
where you
is
can't?
I had my DNC after my miscarriage, and I was sitting and listening to my podcast episodes and approving edits when I came home.
So
lying
that's
down
working.
in bed.
So she's saying that even when you're sick, she feels productive working.
It's not healthy, but my problem is that I need to keep working, because if I sit, I'll see, I don't know what to do with myself. I'll read a book if nothing else, but in my head that's not productive. My issue of this is a separate video and a separate conversation and a separate therapy session, but I need to keep doing things. So the guilt of not being productive keeps me productive, if that makes sense. It's not a solution, I'm just stating my truth.
I would say it's not necessary that productivity is always work. You can do stuff that's therapeutic.
You can read, which is very therapeutic. You can color, which is actually therapeutic.
You can like OCD.
I'm impressed. Wow, I never thought of it like that.
Yeah.
So like you can do other work that's maybe still as you ticking things off, but it's also like helping you relax.
You mean like I can journal and count that as productive?
Of course. Dude, reading, journaling, coloring, these things actually help you.
No, I journal. I've just never considered my journal time as productive. I've always just considered it as me time.
It's very productive because it's your time. That's the most important time, right?
Correct. And in fact, that'll help you get through your sickness faster because you're like taking care of yourself because your body is telling you that.
Thank you for asking this question. You gave me new perspective. After a torturous failed marriage, now 9 years of a relationship, and he hasn't told his family about me as yet.
What? क्या? शादी के बाद you...
नहीं, I think she means नहीं. Stupid. I think she means she's had a divorce and now she's in a relationship for 9 years and he hasn't told his family. I think that's what she means.
Wait, read it again.
The literal words are, after having a torturous failed marriage, now 9 years of a relationship, he hasn't told his family. Okay, we're sorry, but we haven't been able to decode your question. If the question is that after being with this man for 9 years and he hasn't told his family, that's the biggest red flag that exists. 9 years and this person hasn't told his family.
Yeah.
9 years is a lifetime, man. Now.
Say bye.
Bye bol do. Because this man has alternate intentions. This man has alternate iradas. 9 years is more than enough time for anyone to tell anyone about their relationship. Yeah, this is...
Trust your
I've been with my husband for 9 years. It's a long time. It's a decade almost. Yeah, no, please.
And you'll get someone better for sure.
Even if you don't, if you'd rather be by yourself and value yourself than be with someone who doesn't value you.
Yeah.
All please share first time sex story, how awkward or hilarious it was.
It was damn good. Mine was amazing. It was not awkward. It was not hilarious. It was damn. It was bomb.
You got your answer. Have you discussed the details of your first time of sex with each other? Yes.
Right.
If
we didn't, it would be abnormal.
Yeah, we're the tightest kind of girlfriends you will ever find on the surface of this planet.
That's
so,
true.
Alhamdulillah, really, we discuss everything. If you are someone who has even briefly dated any of us watching this video, I assure you, the other two over here know about everything there is to know about, and like from here, then we two will know from here, then we two will know from here, then these two will know. Yeah, there is little to nothing actually that three of us don't know about each other's lives. Yeah. This guy and I are too into each other, but it's too soon for anything. But he said he just wants to be friends only.
Wow, lucky. It's too soon, but they're having fun now.
Are but he's saying he wants to be friends only. Because he's not ready for a relationship. There's another input from her. Listen, anybody who's confused about you is not worth anything. Like this situationship business, like either two people need to be on the same page. If you guys are only having fun, more power to you. This is a no judge club. Go for it.
Exactly what I said. Wow, damn.
But she's saying.
But then you said he's not ready, so.
Like whatever it is, you need to be on the same page.
Yeah, let's just say that if it's no in the beginning, it's always no till the end. So don't try to change that. Just let it go.
We need to get over the idea that this man will change for me.
Yeah.
I will fix this man. No, you won't. I'm sorry, it's the harsh truth. I'm all about being very honest.
Yeah. And perspective, like you might look at somebody else who you may not want to be in a relationship with, and you'll always know that. Even if that person is trying to convince you, it's like a hard sell.
Yeah.
Like it's like a salesman
आपने
trying
उसको
to...
friend zone कर दिया है.
हाँ.
इस तरह इस आदमी ने भी आपको
Friend zone.
friend zone कर दिया है. या hookup zone कर दिया or whatever you're currently in with them. How can women deal with divorce? Normally, I think we as women need to normalize it. I think that we're living in a generation where more power to women for walking out of uncomfortable situations and relationships that don't add value to their lives or don't appreciate the value that they bring into other people's lives. I think that you need to normalize divorce like a breakup and say, okay, it did not work out.
And if you're not happy in the marriage, it's absolutely okay to like walk out of it.
Rather than sacrificing your happiness day in and day out for someone who is not even valuing
You
that
for who you are.
contribution, in their lives. No,
So how do women deal with it is the question.
yeah. How can a woman by normalizing it, right? Like don't make it bigger than it needs
No,
to be.
and even if God forbid a girl gets divorced, it's not a stigma anymore.
Yeah.
Like people need to like get over the fact of, oh my God, she's a divorcee, or forget he's a divorcee, he's a player, forget him. But like with women, it's so sad that even in today's day and age, people are like, oh, she's a divorcee, oh, she's separated. But if she's not happy or in a happy state in that home, it doesn't make sense staying there. If she's not valued, it makes no sense. Like, dude, just walk out, do your own number, man.
You would rather be a happy single divorcee than an unhappily married woman.
Yeah, and also we all have. Also, I mean, I'm not saying we all, but most of us do have like
Supportive
families, supportive friends. That makes it a lot more easier. And there are so many people around us who are actually going through a lot right now, where and to the world they seem that everything's absolutely fine and hunky dory and like okay, but only they know what they're actually going through. So if you're not happy, just toodles karke bol bye.
What efforts or sacrifices or compromises does it take to have a lasting friendship that you guys share? Somebody asked us this yesterday.
We've not sacrificed, we've not compromised, we've not done shit. We've just been ourselves and lived life happily. You need me tomorrow, call me, I'll be there. But don't expect me to call you every day. Hey, what's up? How are you doing?
Yeah.
All okay now? That's not how it is. Like tomorrow.
Life is too busy for that.
Yeah.
I mean, we make it a point to do like for example, she lives at the other end of Mumbai than I do. She doesn't even live in Mumbai anymore. But we'll try to like our
we do like
effort.
weekly video call to like update each other. Like,
Correct.
hey, we're still alive. All good. Don't worry. See you next week.
And bhankas will constantly be going on in our WhatsApp group, like on a daily basis. Like for example, if one of us is going through something, we know how to band together. If one of us is really celebrating something, we know how to get together and celebrate. I think that
Even virtually,
even virtually, it's not just about like it's not, friendship isn't just about sacrifice and compromise. It's also about understanding we're all different kinds and different levels of crazy, accepting each other's crazy. When one person needs more space, giving that space and saying, we're here, whenever you want to come back, hum khade hain aapke liye. And when one person is more needy, then giving in the person's needs when you can. I feel like those are very, just understanding each person's needs. Like, I know I cannot tell you because you guys know me really well, like virtually. But all three of us as people are so different. We're all three so different, and yet somehow we're all so similar fundamentally. So I feel like understanding and learning about each other over the years and giving relationships time. I think we are very quick to dismiss things, whether it's friendships or relationships in this day and age. I'm going to sound like a dadi bear, but it's fine. Like, we've known each other for 29, 30 years. There have been phases when we haven't talked for a few years, a couple of months, I'm sure, somewhere. We didn't used to be this close in school. We used to be close in school, and then she went off to boarding. We became closer in college. Like, it's and these two were always closer in school. So like I feel like today we're in a position where I would say we're all three equally close, equally there for each other, because we've gone through this much time and learned more and more about each other. So
please don't, no one or no relation is worth compromising for, sacrificing for. Please just be happy, be a happy person, be a good human, and that's it.
this trio is the opposite of whatever Seema auntie is telling people on Indian matchmaking: compromise and sacrifice. We're like, don't compromise, don't sacrifice. Okay, this question is a very easy answer. Do you guys believe in polygamy or monogamy? This is the no judge club. for us, we're all very monogamous. But if you're into polygamy, we don't believe in, we don't judge.
We're okay with it.
As long as your partners also know, because otherwise it's called infidelity.
Yeah, I mean, whoever's into it, so what?
Yeah, I mean, no more power to
Whatever
you.
floats your boat.
Yeah, this is the no judge club. As long as you and your partner or partners are on the same page, it's all good. How did you deal with misunderstandings in the past when your friendships were young? That's a good question.
I think we were also so immature back then that we would just cut off and not talk for a while, right? We would not sit to like reason or be like, hey, listen, one of us have fucked up, we've hurt each other, like let's move on. It took us a while to understand that.
Yeah. Age.
It's age,
Yeah.
so you mature with age, right? So initially it was very like, oh, I'm not talking to her, she's such a bitch, I'm not talking to her. Like, let her get lost, let her go be with her other thakela people of the class or whatever, like that dirty Sadela group. Because we were the happening ones. Please. We had groups and we were really happening, and the other people, like, I don't want to name.
Actually, we've been moms since we were kids. I'll be honest.
No, shut up.
Yeah, we have.
I agree with her.
Because no matter what happens.
Ria was always
Yeah, always
I
like
think we
bubbly
were
and
always
chirpy
moms. Yeah, I think we
Yeah.
were always moms.
So even if something went wrong, we were like, okay, chalo, let's sit and talk and we'll
Yeah.
figure. We never dismissed the person. And
Yeah.
I was not like that. I'm not gonna lie.
No, we were like
Y'all were like that,
Yeah.
not me. I would just be like, fuck her. I mean,
You can say fuck it.
yeah, I would just be like,
Yeah.
fuck her. Like,
Not-
what does she think of herself? Who does she think
I
she
think
is?
we're very mommy in that
Yeah.
sense. We would always be like, come, talk,
Kya hua?
let's figure this out. Yeah, and we also done this with each other.
Yeah.
So
Where were you at?
yeah.
What happened? What were you
Yeah.
thinking?
But honestly, I mean, I've never had fights with people. Have we had fights?
No,
ever?
We've had
They have
different
the two
fights. We've had a little bit of misunderstanding in the
Arguments,
past.
yeah. I've never
Yeah.
fought with anyone.
Somewhere
ever.
kahin to hua hoga. Is it worth having competitive friends who are jealous of your progress?
They're not
In
your
it-
friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm always so happy when anyone does well, and then when my girlfriends, my close friends are doing well, I feel almost like proud mama vibes, if that makes sense. No, and if it's a healthy competition about, like, let's say trying to get better grades than the other in school, that's healthy. Great, do that. But if you're jealous in the literal sense, that's not healthy, and that's not a friendship either, right?
No.
Like, I'm happy if she gets a new job that gives her a better position. I would be happy if she got a new project that was really great for her interior designing firm. I'm sure they would be happy for me if I hit some new milestone in a follower or subscriber count or got an award or whatever. I don't think there's any room for jealousy. in
I would go
friendships.
and say that don't leave any room for being jealous of even the people you hate or you don't like.
Yeah, it's not worth it.
It's not healthy for
worth
you.
it.
With someone who is married and he is filed for a divorce 10 years elder. Should I marry him? If you're happy and someone makes you happy, and if he's now single, which it seems like from this message, whatever makes your heart happy.
And even if he's 10 years older, it's absolutely fine.
I'm
She's
married to someone
11 years.
You're married to someone who's 12 years
Yeah.
older.
She's married to someone who's 11 years older. I married a man who's 12 years older, and that's absolutely okay. Like,
It's fine.
what is the whole thing of 10 years older
10
or 6
years
years
older
older? It's
should
absolutely
not-
fine.
Yeah. Thoughts on casual dating in general, how it's going to affect long-term relationships after that. If both people know it's casual dating, it's fine.
Yeah, I mean.
One should not fall for the other. That's the only, like, I feel like it's important for whatever type of dating you're doing, as long as both people are on the same page.
Yeah.
That's what's
Don't
important.
mess around with anyone's feelings. For
Yeah.
sure. That's not on.
How to manage home and cooking as a working woman.
I wouldn't say it's not difficult. It is truly difficult. But you need to like balance, you need to like find a balance between how you can run your home and cook and run your business or being a working woman. It is tough because I go through it myself. But you need to like find the balance. If you have a supportive family at home who understands that your work is equally important than running your house, then again I reiterate, it's not easy. It is really tough because it does take a toll on you physically, emotionally, mentally, in every way, because you're just so drained by the end of the day. You just gotta do it. Like,
Yeah.
I'm telling you, you can, whatever you just put your mind to it and you can do it.
Also,
like, nothing can stop
like,
you.
for me, as someone who is married and has her own business, much like you. I feel like my secret to keeping things balanced is having of course, a supportive husband, because I don't live with full family like she does. I live with just my husband and I, right? Having a supportive husband is the key for me, because I know that when I'm super busy, he'll pick up the slack and get things done. In fact, we have a very 50-50 relationship in that sense. When I don't, like, if my house help is on leave, he will do half the job and I will do only half the job. I'm not expected to do everything. Also, I think that having a great team on both fronts really is what drives my daily life.
But why can't, I mean, if also you can have, like, you can hire someone to, like,
that's what I was coming to, that having a
Yeah.
good team on both ends is so important, because
Like, help you
I have Paro Khala who really helps keep the ship sailing. I have a fantastic
But
team
maybe
on the
she's
work front.
expected to cook
Keep,
and
so
I mean, every family is
balance.
good, to be honest. So you just need to find like that balance.
Yeah.
Probably but as you, like, once you're in the groove, it does get easier. Initially, it's really intimidating initially, but then once you're in it,
हो जाता है. Should I feel pressurized by people and her friends calling her a 21-year-old virgin?
No.
Listen, losing your virginity is something that's very private, very personal, and something you should only do when it feels right for you, not because people are calling you something. Also, when did 21-year-old virgin start sounding like an old thing? 40-year-old virgin वाली movie हमने देखी थी.
Yeah, no, please. In today's day and age, to be a 21-year-old virgin is not a bad thing, but you need to consider yourself unique.
Yeah.
Because you're literally, it's amazing to be a 21-year-old virgin. Consider yourself truly blessed and lucky, because you're so pure. I feel you're so pure.
It's not like having sex makes somebody impure.
Nahin, Manjay, but you get what I'm saying,
What is she
right?
saying? Listen, just do it.
No, you're so
When
do
you're
it
ready.
when you
when
feel
you
right.
feel it's right. Period. This pure, impure conversation.
Nahin,
is
yeah, not pure, but like you're so one of a kind. Like, it's so amazing.
one of a
I would love
kind,
to be you.
unique, but like don't feel pressured for anything. It's important to know that you do things when it feels right
For you.
and when you
Yeah.
feel like you've met someone that
Who's
you
worth
want,
losing
that
it to.
you're worth losing it to.
Yeah.
You want to give an input on this?
Yeah, no one's going to come and clap when you lose it.
Well done.
Maybe your friends will, if your friends are.
Stop it. No, do it when you're ready. Those claps are not worth it. How to deal with the loss of your best friend? Oh my god.
I've never ever dealt with it, so.
The thought is scary.
I've lost best friends, both that are alive and one that's not, and I think that it's really difficult. Everyone grieves differently, and I feel like it's important to give yourself that
Time to grieve.
Yeah, in whatever form. Even losing someone who's alive and around can be really difficult, because it feels like nobody talks about friendship breakups enough, and I feel like those are the really painful breakups, if I'm being perfectly honest. Just grieve in your own way. Is money the only important thing in life? Doesn't it count how a person is? Money is not important, on the contrary. How the person is more important if you're going to spend the rest of your life with them.
But money is, it's not important, but it is a
Factor?
it is an important factor.
Fair enough. I mean, everyone has different filters and different ways to perceive
Like, you'd rather
the
cry in a BMW than on a cycle. So it is an important factor.
It's not a factor for me personally. I feel like
It's not a factor for me either, because we have enough of our own, but I'm saying to some people who are not financially independent,
fair enough.
it is important, because then they have certain needs also which they need to.
It's a very layered approach.
Think it's not the most important thing. Like, you may marry the wealthiest man and be so, like, money
Unhappy,
fucked and unhappy, or you may be with the person who has very little and the happiest person. Like, you may be so happy with that person. So it's not important,
but also would not recommend marrying for money, just to set that record straight. Because you can marry someone who's really loaded, like she said, who just is making you unhappy for whatever reason. No, money cannot be the only factor. How the person is definitely more important.
How he treats you.
If money is one of your factors, then it should never be the first thing you look at. That's a no-go. Like, that's an absolute no-go. I struggle to find a mentor that would guide me in life and decisions. Someone I'd look up to. I don't think it's 100% important to always have a mentor. Some people are lucky and do find mentors. Others talk to their friends. You find a journey, forge a path together.
Yeah, like, you don't need to have a mentor.
You need to know who to speak to, who's the right person to speak to when you're dealing with certain problems or you want certain advice. Whether that is in the professional space, an expert, or in your personal space, your friends, your family, or someone who's been in a similar situation.
Yeah.
Your mentor may also not always have all the answers, so don't stop looking for that right person.
And with that, we come to the end of this very detailed Q&A. We're done.
Yeah,
Thank you,
fun.
ladies, for answering my followers' lovely questions.
Yay! I hope this
Was helpful.
not helpful. I hope it was
Helpful now?
Yeah.
helpful.
Entertaining? Was that the word?
Entertaining.
Entertaining, helpful.
I was surely entertained by a few questions.
Yeah, thank you for sending in the questions. We're now going to get back into a staycation mode. Going to leave you with final thoughts. Everybody, final thoughts? One final thought from each of you?
Yeah. Hey, yaar, what's our thought?
Are ek thought?
I want to have some wine.
That's your final thought?
Yeah.
Then you want to have some wine?
Yeah.
Okay, final thoughts on behalf of
My
these two
final
cartoons.
thought is that you need to, girls, you need to like be so comfortable and confident of who you are. Nobody is worth your time, your effort, yourself. Like, to hell with boys and boy problems and husbands and mother-in-laws and father-in-laws and dogs and cats. No, just be so happy in life. Be so grateful for everything and you'll be so fine. Like, don't worry about, and don't stress. Stress lene ka nahi, sirf dene ka. That is my final. Not why you'll be the happiest. That's what I believe in.
My final thoughts are that chase whatever makes you happy.
Absolutely.
You.
Yeah.
Focus on you. And if you are happy, then only can you make other people happy. You cannot pour from an empty cup. It's that simple.
Nice. I have. A
You
point
do?
at the end of
Apart
it.
from wine? Okay.
Yes, I do. So I just wanted to step in and say that, many times people say that, oh, you're giving so much to this guy or this relationship and you're not valuing yourself. But I feel like women just have a tendency to give. They don't sit and weigh and measure themselves and their self-worth, right? When they're doing that. And they have this immense
Need to give.
ability to give even through an empty cup. Okay, just adding in, sorry.
Yeah.
But it's just women, we're just so much more powerful than we even realize. We know how to take shit and we know how to still give love despite all of it. So if you're someone who's going through all of that and, don't doubt yourself, try to get yourself out of it. Try to realize who are the people who are actually worth giving that love to, because you are capable of doing that. So don't doubt your self-worth just because you've been giving and not receiving. Just understand and trust your gut and give it to the right person, to people who believe, who deserve it.
So well put. And with that, we're going to end this video. Thank you for watching.
Bye.
Bye.